Okay, I'm back. And y'all know I couldn't stay away forever. Also, if you hear the snoring in the background, that is baby Maxwell, aka toddler Maxwell. And also, if you see me like kind of like adjusting with my eyeline, y'all, it's been a minute, okay? I've been off YouTube for a while. I'm filming on my phone as I always have, I've always done. So try to be like focusing on giving y'all eye contact, which I'm going back and forth between the eyeline to make sure I'm doing this right, but I'm back. What this video about is mainly the spirituality behind YouTube, right? YouTube is more spiritual than what I think the everyday person can really grasp. And for me, it was very, very, very difficult for me to come back to YouTube. Like, I've been fighting this for a long time. I've been fighting a lot of things for a long time. And part of the reason that it was so difficult for me to come back to YouTube was because of this battle with perfectionism, right? As everybody that has followed me has known, and I'll run through it real quick again, like, everything was good. Had no intentions of getting pregnant, you know what I'm saying? But I did get pregnant, and I was living in Los Angeles, had my baby early, ended up having to come back to Memphis. Max was in the NICU for 7 to 8 months. I basically like went through a load of depression for like 2 to 3 years. Like, I've honestly been depressed for like, because Max is about to be 3. I've been depressed for about a good 2.5 years now. And I've been praying, and I've been fasting, and I've been just fighting with myself. It's been nothing else holding me back but my own self and my own mind, right? I'm coming out of it, and I've noticed that, like, I've gotten to the point where in my prayers, I started begging God, y'all. Like, I got desperate because I'm like, I have to get out of this. I have to get back to your purpose for what you've designed me for, God. Like, this was such a huge setback, and it's been extended. And then on top of that, you know, Maxwell got his autism diagnosis, which I'll be covering a lot more of that on this page. But every time I'm praying, and every time I'm fasting, and every time I'm begging God for some type of solution, for some type of answer, it's like he always keeps telling me, go to YouTube and talk to the people that follow you. Talk to the people that follow you. Talk to the people that follow you already. And I'm like, okay. I've always had a gift for speaking to people, and a gift with words. Reading comprehension was one of my strong suits at school. So, you know, words and speaking has been a thing that is innate in me. It lives within me. It's not something that I have to rehearse. Like this video is a one-take direct. I don't have to go through and like rehearse things in order to film a video. Like, I get on camera, I turn it on, I hit record, and I'll be me. And who I am just flows. God was showing me, like, God was telling me essentially, like, through all my tears and all my praying and all my fasting and all my begging. I'm talking, y'all, I done been on my knees begging God just for a way to back where I was before everything kind of went haywire when I had Max early. Life took such a turn, and I feel like I got so off of a course, especially with what I had planned. Like, I spoke about it in many statuses on Facebook and on my Instagram, but I kind of knew that Floribama was coming to an end. It was a spiritual thing, right? Like, God be talking to me, he be conversing with me. And, you know, like, after we shot that season with Nilsa's wedding, it was a part of me. And also, I was pregnant when we shot Nilsa's wedding. And so there was so much of me. There was something in me that was like, okay, Candace, it's about that time. We were coming up on shooting 5 seasons. We had been on the show for 5 years. Like, it's about that time, especially like with the history of Jersey Shore. I think Jersey Shore ran 7 seasons before, you know, they kind of took they took their leave. God was just showing me, like, hey, it's time to secure some other things. And it was amazing because at the time, like, we was hot. Our show was still doing well, and I'm in Los Angeles. I have access to the agents and the great managers, and building a team of people that can help establish me a presence in entertainment outside of Floribama, so that y'all can get to know Candace, the entertainer, and the person that wants to do so many other things outside of reality TV. Like, Floribama Shore was only supposed to be a start for me, right? All of that ended up going downhill when I had Maxwell early, and then I ended up being repositioned back into Memphis. And then as I'm being repositioned back into Memphis, it's like, you know, I'm losing everything because I'm depressed. I'm not working. You know, I'm at the hospital with my baby every day. I'm battling my own mind. I'm battling the why me's. I'm battling the why my sons. I'm being spiritually attacked. I've been spiritual attacked. I have been going through spiritual warfare, y'all, for years, okay? Years, okay? So And all of that, like all of the fasting and the praying and the begging God, I'm just, he keeps telling me, like, you know, turn your phone on, turn on your camera and use what you have. And this is what I have to remind y'all, this, the YouTube is so much more. YouTube really is spiritual. Documenting your life, if you are called to do that, is so much bigger than you. And so for me, it was hard because I'm a mom, I'm unmarried. You know, my son had health issues. He's so much better now, but it's just like, I have been handed a very difficult journey in motherhood. And, you know, it's not the average woman's journey. And I didn't picture this for myself. And, you know, my savings account is dwindling because I have removed my focus from my business. Like, I'm still processing orders. I'm still getting orders at the time by the grace of God, but I was not focused on growing my business as I should have. If in a perfect mental state, right, when your son has tubes going out of his mouth and his throat and you don't know if he's gonna make it, and there's all these other things going on, and he has heart surgery and all these other things, like, you would think, oh yeah, let me focus on my business because, yeah, like, I'm gonna need to make money and da da da. Your mind don't go there. Mine didn't. And so I didn't focus on my business as much and growing it outside of the Florida Bama fan base. So I wasn't able, you know, as we're on TV longer, my sales are not as high as they used to be because I'm not implementing any marketing strategies. I hadn't had any marketing strategies because I had such a large platform of people that loved me and loved my products, right? Been difficult these last couple of years to accept the fact that my journey was going to be unique and my journey wasn't going to be perfect. And when I asked God to use me, you know, he was going to do that fully. But in order to use me, he had to take me through a course of training. Like, I had to go through that strongest soldier season, y'all. I had to go through the strong soldier season. It's hard. It's hard. And when you're in that strong soldier season, that's where YouTube comes in. I think that, like, when people are documenting their lives, we look at this world and we're so accustomed to, at least for me, right? I'm speaking for myself, but so I know it's other people out here that feel the same way about it. Like, when we document in our lives, we don't want to document our lives with a blow-up mattress in the background. We want to document our lives when we in a high-rise penthouse apartment with the big glass ceilings, with the sunset in the back, with the expensive furniture from a place that you can't pronounce. You want to document your life when you're at that stage. But what if God calls you to document your life right where you are? You know what I'm saying? And that was where it was for me. Like, I knew the life that I had envisioned myself. I knew my goals. I knew where I could be. And I'm like, God, like, why is it not coming back? Like, God, you said if you take everything away. Like, and I was cool with him taking it. I got to the point where I was okay with everything being taken away, and I was okay with my journey. But I'm like, God, you said, you know what I'm saying? You said if I kept my faith, you know what I'm saying, you would bless me tenfold. Like, that's what your word said. I'm like, where the tenfold blessing at? God is just like, document yourself right where you are. Right where you are. Come back to YouTube right where you are. Whatever God is calling you to do it right now, right where you are. You do not have to be perfect. I don't care if you're a single mom. I don't care if you feel like you are still giving into your flesh. I don't care if you are still battling with certain things. If God is calling you to do something in which you have to step into a position where he's feeling you're feeling like you're unqualified, mind you, God does that a lot. That be his thing. Like, that's his stamp right there. God love calling people that within themselves, they don't feel like they're qualified at the time. And it's like, now you got to have faith because God is qualifying you. And I know it's just my cell phone getting on YouTube talking to people, but like, I didn't feel like I am the person to get on here and talk to y'all about faith. I didn't feel like I was qualified for that because I was battling my own faith at the time. I'm battling my own mind at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm second guessing things my own self. I'm going and crying on my knees, begging God my own self. Who am I to turn on my phone and get on here and tell y'all about these amazing things about who God is? And I'm questioning things my own self. I have been hiding for such a long time. I just kind of been sitting back. I've been laying back these last couple of years. I just been being a mom, focused on my son, making sure we make these doctor's appointments. I had him in speech, occupational, physical therapy, all in a week, making sure he's getting into daycare, getting around kids. Like, my whole life has been centered around him. But I know that God is ready for me to come back to my platforms and to talk to my people. And shout out to everybody that has still been here. I have to be consistent because I have to be obedient to God's word. So I've had an issue with consistency in the past, but I can't anymore. Like, I no longer can have issue with consistency because this is bigger than me. This is bigger than posting videos. This is bigger than YouTube money. I ain't never made no money off YouTube, okay? This is bigger than all of that, but this is about being obedient to God's word. I don't know what he wants to use my platform for. I don't know what he wants to use my YouTube for, but y'all about to get videos. I have content laid out for the next couple of months. I got some great videos coming, and they are all things that I've been enduring in these last couple of years. And I just want to remind you that turn that camera on right where you are, okay? I understand that everybody wants to be a content creator and an influencer right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to take a lot of money. It doesn't have to take great high production. I literally have God's sunlight right in front of me right now, lighting my face, and my cell phone. It doesn't have to be perfect. There is an audience for you. There is a community for you. And that community and that audience needs you. They need you. And you're not going to know that until you make the videos. You're not going to know that until you show yourself. Y'all, believe it or not, like, I didn't want to be seen. Like, after going through what I went through with my son, I did not want to be seen. I felt like I had experienced so much trauma and I had so many setbacks and there was so much shame. I lost my money. I lost my rapport with people because I couldn't show up for anybody. My son was in the hospital. Like, I'm battling my own self. I lost Floribama Shore. I was no longer in the big pretty Los Angeles anymore. I had to give up my beautiful condo that was in Hermosa Beach. Okay, like I was living a great life and I had to give all of that up. So there was a lot of internal shame of having to like drag my bags back to Memphis and say, hey y'all, like this is my life right now. You know what I mean? There was a lot of shame in that, and I don't want to create videos in that situation. In this situation, catch that? I didn't want to create videos right here. I wanted to create videos in my beautiful 3-story condo that was 10 minutes from the beach. That's where I wanted to create videos. That I don't want to create videos right here. I didn't want to create videos with a nonverbal autistic son. This is not how I wanted to create videos, but this is what God called me to do, and this is where he has me at, and I love it. I'm embraced it. I love my journey. I've come to fall in love with it, and yeah. There's a lot of wisdom that I've accumulated along the way, and I'm gonna share it all with y'all. So I love you guys. I want to try to get up another video, if not tomorrow, Friday. My goal is 3 videos a week, especially because these are not fancy productions. So outside of the podcast, which is off the video podcast that's coming as well, the videos that I'm posting on my YouTube are not about to be some great high level production, breaking out a big super nice camera. I'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I'll get there. If we get to that point, we will get to that point. But for right now, my cell phone has been what it is, because cell phones shoot 4K. Hey. So yeah, I love y'all. God bless. Remember, okay, do it right where you are. And I got some good stuff coming, y'all. Like, all of this is content that God gave me. Okay, so it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Oh, I can't wait.